You're tuned in to the Mind of an Entrepreneur show with your host, myself, Sajdah Wendy Muhammad. I am a multi-million-dollar business developer. I have developed business and real estate around the world, and I want to share with you my mental strategies, my technical strategies, and how I made it in the world of business. So I don't teach theory. I tell you about my life and introduce you to people who can also share with you what they've done to become successful. This is a practical show. This ain't a theory show. You don't want to miss it. So stay tuned.
O Allah, guide me among those whom Thou hast guided aright, and preserve me among those whom Thou hast preserved, and befriend me among those whom Thou hast befriended. Bless me in whatsoever Thou dost grant me, and deliver me from the evil of what Thou hast judged. Surely Thou judgest, and none can judge against Thee, and he whom Thou befriendest is not disgraced. Blessed art Thou, O Lord, and exalted be Thee above what they set up besides Thee. I bear witness, nothing deserves to be served besides Thee, and I bear witness that Muhammad is Thy servant and apostle. Amen.
This is Sister Sajdah Muhammad. We are proud to announce that the Sajdah House commemorative Elijah coins are finally here. As we renovate and restore the former home of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, we have recycled the old copper gutters and downspouts and created a 1-ounce 39mm coin made of 100% pure copper. Each coin is professionally graded and has its own barcode and registration number. This priceless heirloom, made from recycled copper from the messenger's home, is now available at sajdahhouse.com. Greetings, conscious entrepreneurs. Add the Mind of an Entrepreneur show to your Roku TV lineup and catch up on past episodes of all your favorite Mo Today shows.
You belong to yourself. You're an independent people, created from the nation of free people. Yes, sir. You don't need to go nowhere but to yourself. Yes, sir. There will be a great separation. Yes, sir. So I said, it is on now.
The college is meant to prepare you for your future. That the time dictates that if we don't do something for ourselves as a people, we will be destroyed. And the aim of the enemy right now is to take us out.
We have God with us. We have Him as our guide. Yes, sir. We don't have to stand around here and ask the question, what must be done? Yes, sir. Get up and let's go and do something. Yes, sir. We cannot sit down. We cannot lay down. Yes, sir. We must Get up. Yes, sir. And go to work.
Do you know what real joy is in life? Visioning something and bringing it into reality. That's real joy. Do you know what the next step in joy is? Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell in unity.
Tonight, you need to fasten your seatbelts. We're going to hear from some of the greatest minds in the world. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of trusting our future and the future of our children into the hands of those who don't love us. I believe we need to revitalize black leadership.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Mind of an Entrepreneur show. I'm your host, Sajdah Wendy Muhammad, and this show is all about introducing you to industry disruptors, emerging new market leaders, and helping you gain access to tools and strategies to help you become happier, healthier, wealthier, and experience more love. And listen, we are in for a treat tonight. I brought my brother on the show. We're going to talk about entertainment. We're going to talk about sales. I got a special video that I want to show. I want him to talk and break down this famous video that we've seen him in. But before we do that, I'm going to bring him in. So welcome to Brother Hashim Hakim. How are you, dear brother?
I'm doing blacktastic in the words of Brother Ben X.
Come on, Blacktastic. I see you looking bright over there.
Yeah, my wife told me stop being an ashy bum, man.
Oh, okay. Thank you, wife. That was really smart. That was really. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Really, I'm doing really great. Happy. I'm excited about this show, and I'm ready to let Allah take over.
Yeah, that's right. I'm happy to see you, Brother Hashim. Every time I see you, every time I see the children, well, they ain't children no more, but you know, I'm just proud of you. I really am. And you know, I knew you back when. And so we got some history. So we're going to talk about that. You've made so many strides in the world of sales. You've always, since I've known you, since the 90s, been an amazing salesperson. But you also are a great entertainer. And so I'm going to tie that into how those things go together, because to be good at sales, you got to have character, right? You got to have audacity. You got to have a little intuition. Sometimes you ain't even got to know the product. You just got to put all those things together in the right way. And people will say yes to you every single time and then be like, wait, what did he just give me to buy?
We might have to let you be the sales trainer, because that's exactly what I use. All the above. All the above.
So, Brother Hashim, before we do that, you know the famous video. You know, I was there when you made the video.
Yeah, you were.
Right. And I want to play it, and I want you to comment, because I got some questions for you about it. I remember when it happened. And rest in peace to DMX. You know, that was our brother. Yeah, that was our brother. I was thinking about him the other day, Brother Hashim, and how one day he said to me, he said, sister, you know, I got 9 peoples up inside of me. I was like, how many of them know me? He said, about 5.
That's him. We really know and knew DMX. So I don't want people to think we knew his music. We knew.
No. There was one time when I think I was helping with the sales when they was out there on the Hard Knocks Life tour, and I came in, but I think I came in the wrong door, and you guys couldn't come and get me. And X came with the dog and parted the crowd to come get me.
Wow! I didn't know that.
You didn't know about that? Yeah, Brother Ron knows about that. He remembers that. Yeah. X came. I was calling back there. You remember we had the 2 ways? Like, hey, y'all, I'm at the door. I can't get in. I ain't got no ticket. And I guess X must have been like, I'll get her. I'll go get her. And he came with the dogs, and everybody was moving out of the way. He came and got me and took me.
But that's him, though. That's him.
That's him all day.
We know him.
So I'm gonna play this video, and then we're gonna come back because I got some questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, y'all. Check this out.
Sweatpants, pockets bulging, holding it down on the corner of my block posing. My spot rolling, drop the price of the coaching. Throw the competition out, let the dough flow in. Cops is closing in. I could do the time, but what's really on my mind ain't no holes in the pants. I play the low end, try to make it hard to find me. Fed still trying to build the case since '93. Bring it back, bring it back. Come on, B. Bring it back. Pop, you already know what I'm going around. That was
back in the pool again. Yo, moves is made, niggas is paid. That's just how it is. When my time is up, I'ma be out with it. I'ma try to live. I mean, day by day, ain't nothing sweet about it. Act like you don't know what I'm saying? You read about it. Built for war like an armadillo. Smother your ass, two through the pillow. Cause my shit is brilliant. Manic depressive in my head. Give me your dough and your hoe in here. Take these four hot things. I got things that make niggas spin. Put niggas.
Niggas can't stop. Niggas can't stop me performance. I'm too strong. All day, socks exploding. Sweatpants, pockets bulging. Holding it down on the corner of my block posing. My spot rolling, drop the price of the coaching. Throw the competition out, let the dough flow in. Cops is closing in. I could do the time, but what's really on my mind ain't no holes in the pants. I play the low end, try to make it hard to find me. Fed still trying to build the case since '93. Bring it back, bring it back. Come on, B. Bring it back. Pop, you already know what I'm going around. That was
back in the pool again. Yo, moves is made, niggas is paid. That's just how it is. When my time is up, I'ma be out with it. I'ma try to live. I mean, day by day, ain't nothing sweet about it. Act like you don't know what I'm saying? You read about it. Built for war like an armadillo. Smother your ass, two through the pillow. Cause my shit is brilliant. Manic depressive in my head hurts. No, give me your dough and your hoe in here. Take these four hot things. I got things that make niggas spin. Put niggas in the wind where you never see niggas again. I bless a nigga with stitches, but thin tight. And a straight razor will put pinstripes across your windpipe.
Start off my day in a Martin gun, and I miss my gun. I'm Martin Blunt, but not these days, cause it's no longer fun. I am way worse than a banger, with 8 bullets left in the chamber. Can't imagine the danger. You done got these boats out there. When strangers get control, I got high control. You think I don't get tempted? That'll be a lie for Joe. Can't hold it outside opposition. Got stress on my mind, but I got inside opposition. Coming from my own kind, we walk in peace, but don't provoke us. We ain't gon' run. We fight with those that fight with us, and I ain't the one. You niggas ought to be glad. OG got hold of us. Cause if it was for that man, there'd be no controlling us. His body lay in red rum, twisted and broken poses, blood puddles soaking his clothing. Look like Moses, spilling Moses, and Moses couldn't save him. We leaving the way we came. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man, that brought back so many memories. First of all, for those who don't know, where was that and who all was in that video?
So that was in Atlanta. That was a part of the tour. I think we'll start. I don't know if we're in the middle leg or the end, towards the end of the leg of the Hard Knock Life tour. But I remember it being kind of like an outdoor venue. Like you could see, it was a venue, but you could see the sky. And so what you saw in there was the producer, the white guy with the glasses in that video, is the one who produced the beat. Mm-hmm. So you saw the whole Rough Rider camp, and you saw the whole Rockefeller camp. You saw Damon Dash,
right?
You saw Jay-Z. You saw Beanie Siegel.
Yeah.
You saw Memphis Bleak at the beginning. He's the one who told Jay-Z that this guy think he want to get in the cipher.
Yeah.
And then myself.
DMX.
I ain't mentioned DMX. How can I forget it? He stole the show, in my opinion. People talking about me. It was DMX that stole the show, if you ask me.
He always steal the show. Always. So, Brother Hashim, what made you decide? You standing there with Jay-Z and DMX, Memphis Bleak, and all these others, but what in the world gave you the audacity To think with your Midwest self, you could step up in there with all of these New York icons. I know, and rap and have something to say.
So I would not have had the courage to do so if Memphis Bleak was not so ecstatic about my rhymes. So how even happened? It wasn't supposed to happen. Well, it happened. So maybe it was supposed to happen.
Right.
You know how we are. We don't eat in the public, and so I had to sneak and get something to eat and drink. And you know how DMX is. I was securing him. He is so elusive. He don't stay in one place, and I went to get something to eat and drink because he went to get something to eat and drink. But he was quick. He was snatching.
He probably dipped. Yep.
He was snatch and go, and I looked around, and I want to say he did it intentionally, but I looked around, he was gone. But I come to find out he had somewhere to be. So Memphis Bleak came in the eating area while I'm looking around because, you know, they paid us real nice to secure those events. And I'm looking for DMX, and I saw Memphis Bleak. Hey, have you seen X? You know that? He's like, yeah, man. Because we didn't fraternize it, none of that. So they just thought we was militant robots, but Memphis Bleak, we was walking to the area where they were. He didn't tell me what was going on. He didn't tell me what was happening in his room. We was walking there. He just happened to ask, where you from? I said, Chicago. He said, how y'all do all that fast rapping in Chicago? He think everybody twist at the time. This is 1999. Mm-hmm. So he think everybody twist. And this is where you should ask me where I had the audacity. I said, that's easy. Then I gave him some. And he was like, hey, man, you should be on this tour. And I was real humble. I said, y'all do y'all thing. In my head, I'm saying, you damn right.
You damn right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all do y'all thing, man. We here to make sure it goes smooth. But he could not stop tripping on my flow. So when we went in this room, it was DMX and the whole Rough Rider camp and Jay-Z and the whole Rockefeller camp. And I'm like, what? Now what you all don't know is that there were verses before that was spit. I missed them. Mm-hmm. But DMX came back for the next session. And Jay-Z went, and I saw that. I said, that wasn't kind of hard to me, like, and I'm tripping, but Memphis Bleak now, I'm still in the moment, he's still in the moment. So I said, hey, and you'll see him come to me in the camera.
Yeah, I saw him.
And I said, ask Jay-Z to let me get in the safe. And he looked at me like, oh yeah? Okay. And then he went to DMX, Jay-Z, and Jay-Z, I didn't want to look him in his eye to where he could see him say no, but I used my peripheral and I heard him say, the Muslim? And the next thing you know, Memphis Bleak did like this. I said, oh, it's about to happen. Oh, man. Now, if I based it on what Jay-Z just did, I can make something memorized with something freestyle. I can mix it and make it sound like it's all off the top of my head. Mm-hmm. But DMX started rapping. And I said, oh, man. Man, that man said, I'm going to take a razor blade and take a razor blade and put a pinstripe across your windpipe. Put 2 through the Brillo, because my shit is Brillo. 2 through the pillow, because my ish is Brillo. And he was going in. He said, you act like you don't know what I'm saying, and you'll read about it. You know? That man was going in. And yeah. I got nervous.
Okay.
I started talking to myself.
I was going to ask you, when you got nervous, what did you do?
I started boasting on how hardcore Chicago was. In my head, I'm talking to, man, you from Chicago. Then that didn't do it. That didn't give me that didn't put my cape on. Then I said, man, you a follower of Farrakhan, the boldest black man on the planet. You represent for him now. You represent for the nation now. And I could tell I morphed into something because that wasn't me rapping. I could tell. Uh-huh. And Jay-Z was like, all right. And you can see how he looking at me up and down like, and I did it like a martial arts fight. You'll see me look at him and I'll bow, look at DMX, because it's war now. Yeah. And the power of Allah jumped into me. And what I was saying is something that they all want to say. Something that every rapper want to say. They don't really want to be drug dealers. They don't really want to be killers. They don't. But what I was saying was I transcended from that life, but don't test us. Don't just because you see this bow tie, don't think that it's
I just
church.
look like this, right?
Yeah, right. Don't do that. That's what they really want to say and articulate it. So I made Muslims already have a reputation that precedes them, but I made it cool because I rapped and said, you can't imagine the danger when you done got these bow ties angered. And I was able to articulate that to a rap. So it's still hard. He still got God. So it was a perfect blend and perfect charisma, as you said earlier about my character.
And what happened afterwards? What were they saying to you afterwards?
Now, this is off camera. I still got to talk to you now because off camera. The first thing Damon Dash asked me, he said, "What you want to do?" I said, "I want to sign." He said, "Get your people and let's talk." And I remember talking to you and Minister Aziz, but I don't know what happened after that. But Allah took over that too, I guess. But Damon Dash, first thing he said was, "What you want to do?" I said, "I want to sign." He said, "All right, get your people and let's make it happen." But I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah, because you would have been such a beautiful commodity for them. But it's interesting because oftentimes, Brother Hashim, we don't know ourselves. We're just looking for the next opportunity, but Allah got a plan.
Yes.
And of course, we know He's the best planner.
Yes.
And there's been so many situations that I've been in where I couldn't believe I was there, or I couldn't believe I wasn't there. And then I start realizing the cocktail of circumstances and situations that Allah was putting together to make me who I am today. And I believe that's the same for you, because maybe we wanted some, but we might not have really been able to handle it.
I agree. Now, I think back and think about how the industry and what we hear of the industry. The guy that I am, I'd have been a problem for them too. So I agree. Maybe I was spared to a degree. And so I agree. I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, you just never know. And what I've come to know now is that Allah been working this thing out and moving these chess pieces around all along.
Yes.
And so at the end of the day, we think we got a will. We think we putting something together. I just say, look, I work for them. Whatever they want at the time, that's what I try to do. So I believe everybody in our nation, Brother Hashim, we're some extraordinary people. We just look like this. We look plain. We look unassuming. But we really, truly are industry disruptors and can just about go and do whatever it is that we want to do.
I like that word. Industry disruptors.
Disruptors. Yes.
Whatever that, I know what that means though.
Yes.
That's exactly what we'll do. And I wondered, I thought it's not a coincidence that Rock Nation now, Beanie Siegel, Muslim background, Freeway, Muslim background, and now Jay Electronica, and possibly my son Tyree. So they kind of understand that you're right. We would have been a beautiful commodity. And so I don't know what's about to happen, but Allah is the best of planners, and whatever Allah say, we with it.
And I think what's interesting, and for people who don't know, you have two very powerful sons that rap, but more than rap, I don't like to call them rappers. They're entertainers and artists, Brother Tyree and Brother Kadir, who of course we know since they was little babies running around getting on everybody's nerves. And now they're grown men rapping. But I see so much of you in both of them, even though they're different. They're very different and very dynamic in their own way.
Yes.
But there's a piece of you or pieces of you in both of them. How does it make you feel when you see them rapping? Do you feel like, okay, they pretty good, or how do you feel about that?
I feel accomplished. I know they pretty good. I feel like somebody told me this, man, Brother Hashim, your son's better than you. I said, no, I just got better. That is me.
That's right. That's right.
So naturally you want your children to be greater than you naturally. And so my wife was telling me, you still giving your children a run for their money. I said, well, I need something great to inspire me to continue to be great.
Mm-hmm.
And when I look for greatness now, I look to my sons. I look in them, and I measure my artwork now with what they doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I measure me with their artwork. I listen to my stuff, listen to theirs. It's not dynamic enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's not dynamic enough. So they push me, and I pray that I'm pushing them, along with a sister named Heck of a Mecca.
You know, it's interesting. You have such a beautiful testimony. Look like, I thought we lost you.
Do not disturb.
You have such a beautiful testimony, Brother Hashim, on the creation and the craft work of Allah. Because here you are doing your thing. You know, we all are like that. We don't know what Allah is making. I'm always careful, and any of the children will tell you. Most of the children, like, they grow up and they always have, by the grace of Allah, fond memories of me, and I always try to treat them, because you don't know who they are. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many little children from back in the day will come up to me and say, "Do you remember me? You know, you were so nice." And sometimes I remember them, sometimes I don't. But you just don't know who they are. And so when I see those two beautiful young men, I say, you just didn't know who they were as they're running around. They're smart. They're articulate. I don't care what anybody may have thought about you. Them boys is bad.
Fearless, courageous.
That's right.
And I gotta use the word son sometimes just to let them know, listen, don't go too far now. Watch your tone of voice, because they are definitely what I want my sons to be, and I'm proud of them. And I thank you. I got to talk about you a little bit now. My son Tyree and Kadir on 2 different occasions said, "Dad, why didn't you tell me this about you or that about you?" And I think people like you who edify me and put me in a proper light. With my sons, because I don't want to toot my horn and brag on my heyday, and I still got a lot to accomplish in life. But hey, Sister Sajdah told me this, and Sister Brother Aziz told me this, or Young Conda Don told me this, Brother Ron told me this. Dad, why you didn't tell me you? Hey, listen, man. So, but I said, I thank you for edifying me, and even, you know, because sometimes parents don't have the best relationship with their children.
Right.
And somebody like you can sense it and still not take a side, because you was cool with the mama too now. Mm-hmm. And so you don't take a side and still edify me and make me a proud father in their eyes. And so I want to thank you for that. Just praise that aspect. It's a lot to talk about, but thank you for that.
Yes, praise be to Allah. No, that means a lot, because when we're young, we're going through life, we don't know what we're doing. We just, the blessing and what we hope is that when we fall into something, that we can recognize it and get ourselves up out of it and get back to Allah. And so it's the steadfastness that I believe we should be heralded for, not just the woulda, coulda, shoulda, but I'm here. And I'm here with all these lessons and all these experiences and all these things that I know. And not only am I just here as a trophy, I'm here to share it with the world and with other people. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan told me, he said, always share your rewards with your family and friends. So what that said to me was that not only do I have rewards, but I'm getting some more rewards.
Come on now. That part.
Right? And he said, share it. And look, a prophecy for one is a prophecy for all. So that goes for you too and everybody listening.
Allahu Akbar. Run them rewards then, Allah. Run them.
That's right. So let's talk about your sales background, because you've always had a knack at sales. And it wasn't like, you know, we all take these sales classes in the business world. But you had the right combination of those characteristics that a lot of these salespeople charge thousands of dollars to teach. I personally believe you should be making thousands selling sales.
I've been hearing that all my life.
You should, because these people, they got to teach people how to have the audacity. They have to teach people how to have repetition. They have to teach people how to be bold. They have to teach them how to have character. They got to help them figure out a script and who they are. But you put all of that together, and you always have, and you've been perfecting it over the years.
That part.
And there's a couple reasons why I believe that you're successful from that standpoint. One, because you're walking in the footsteps of Master Fard Muhammad.
Come on with it.
Who came here selling silks. I'm bringing you fine silks from your people in the East.
Go ahead, dear Holy Apostle. Go ahead.
So, right, it's sales. And so that is a key trait and a key characteristic for all of us as we work to strive the fall of this world and the upliftment of the new world. So did you have a reason for starting out in sales? Did you say, I want to be a salesman, or did you just kind of get backed into it? How did that come about?
I got backed into it. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
I want to set the premise by saying that our gifts are buried in our fears.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Zoom you were on, and it was a sister named Tia talking about her fears, and and you was like, you got to forgive yourself. You got to let that old you go. You got to grow into the new you. It's not your fault. Fear was put into us a long time ago. And I'm the one who fished Sister Tia into the mosque.
Is that right?
And the Sister Tia from back then to after that Zoom call she had with you, this sister, she used to didn't talk that much. Now she talk in the study group. She'll speak. And that's how I was. So because of fear, a lot of us don't know our gifts and talents. A lot of human beings on this earth don't know their gifts and talents because they're afraid of multiple things. One, will somebody accept me? Two, do somebody believe in what I have? Do they believe in what I have? Not do they believe in it? You should be asking yourself, do I even believe in what I have? But we, instead of worrying about what they believe, we trying to figure out, instead of getting our minds to believing it ourselves, we want somebody else to accept it first. And then if somebody else says this is good or we like this, and then we'll do it. So I'm the opposite. So I was not a salesman. And I want to give all the credit to these teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because when I came to the Nation of Islam, I was definitely an introvert. I had a speech impediment. I used to, that's me. And the more angry I got, the more I couldn't get it out. You could lie on me, and I couldn't even defend myself because how angry I am. And that happened many times. He did. And I could just be like, I couldn't say it. So this is where the ice got broken. We were told to go out and distribute the Final Call newspaper. Now, I'm from Aurora, Illinois. That's not Chicago proper.
Right.
And sometimes I would be coming up in middle school and high school, sometimes I'd be the only black in the classroom. So I was not this stud you see right now. You
didn't have no edge on you
none.
Yeah.
I was, hi, how are you? My name is, I was that guy, proper, articulate. And I remember one time Minister Aziz called where I worked at AAA Chicago Motor Club. Hi, this is Hashim. Thanks for calling. How may I help you? That was me. And he said, man, I can't wait till the brothers hear how you sound. Because I was morphing into myself in Soldiers at War. I was coming into that guy.
Yeah.
So I was not a salesman. And when I was told to sell a Final Call newspaper, I was not going to do it. I walking up to random people and it was a culture shock coming to Chicago. All these black people, And now we in the streets of Chicago, so all kind of stuff is in my head. This the streets of Chicago. I done heard a lot about the streets of Chicago. So I'm on the sidewalk watching these brothers. I know how to fight now, but I never was plugged in a gang. Never. That's not me. And so one person was waving $1 from their car. Back then, the final call was $1.
Right.
Came out bi-weekly. Somebody was waving $1 from their car. I want one talking to me. And I said, hey, brother, they didn't want one. They talking to you, man. And it was Brother Tyrone. And Brother Tyrone came and grabbed me. He said, hey, listen, man, come here. Don't make me push you in the streets. He grabbed me by my wrist, and I shadowed him. And I heard what he was saying. I said, I'm scared of this. And he got in my psyche. Hey, listen, the Nation of Islam has a reputation. These people don't know if you're a black belt. They don't know if you're a martial artist. They think you have audacity to come to them. Don't make us look timid. Don't make us look weak. Don't make us look scary. Because, if a dog see that you're scared, they'll get more aggressive.
Right. And
so when I heard what he was saying, and I sold my first Final Call newspaper, 1994, it was over with. It's really over with. And if you can sell a Final Call newspaper, you can sell anything.
Right.
Because you're selling something to somebody who don't even know what it is, don't even want it, didn't ask you for it. And they want it now because of what you said to them. And we can get into that too, what you say to sell something. That's another thing. So the salesman thing came. My gift was in my fear. And when that fear went away, I began to soar.
So, okay. So when you let go of the fear, you allow people to experience you, and you're really selling the experience of you. They don't know what you got, what you're getting ready to give them, but you're really selling the experience of you. And people are like, okay, that's my man. They want to just buy from you. They want to just talk to you because they want to experience you.
That, and one of the things that I do teach now, I'm just not getting paid thousands of dollars for it. One of the things that I do teach now is people support causes. So if there's a cause that they find worthy to be supported, they're going to go beyond what you're asking for. So that's why I'm excited about what you got going on. See, if it's a cause and people can see themselves in, it's Caucasians, it's Arabs, it's Jehovah's Witness. Everybody want to make the community a decent and safe place to live. That's the cause of us in the Nation of Islam. I'm not out there selling no papers.
Right.
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm out here letting them know it's going to take more than religion to reduce violence in our city. When they hear that, it's going to take more than religion to make our community a decent and safe place to live. It's like a checkmate statement. It's like you're right. When they hear statements like, why do we have the most churches and the most crime? It kind of make them a little bit. And then that's when I got to throw my left jab. That dazes them a little bit. Then I got to come in with the combination. So whatever the cause is, I have to, people call it icebreakers. I have to appeal to that individual because everybody is not the same.
So you read the person that you walk up to or that walks up to you.
I'm reading them, and sometimes they know I'm reading them, and they're going to say no just because they know I'm reading them.
Okay.
Before I can even get to them, they're doing this.
Like, don't even come over here.
So then I learned, don't sell black people. Don't sell them. They don't want to be sold to. So I tell the brothers, don't hold up the paper. You automatically showing the hook to the fish. If a fish knew that it was a hook under that bait, it wouldn't bite it.
No.
So don't sell to the person. Connect with the person. That's the first step that I teach. Connect with the person. And that may be something like, hey, sister, you need to leave that man alone. Just, how you doing? You need to leave that man alone. And she'd be like, what you talking about? Mr. Newport. And she look at her cigarettes. And then she like, oh, you good. You good. You good. And then I can say something like, I got something on page 28 to keep you looking like you looking on our health and beauty page. I don't call it how to eat to live. I call it. And then they like, well, where is it at? And everybody want to look good. And so then I'm talking about, I don't even show the paper. I have taught brothers to become a propagation officer, that's the new role, a post that they have in the nation to teach and sell. You have to be able to sell the Final Call newspaper with nothing in your hands.
Right.
Because we don't want to be sold to. People work hard for their hard-earned money. They don't want to feel like they supporting you. They don't want to feel like, unless they know you, they don't want to feel like they're converting to a different religion. But their cause is supersedes religion. And so I learned that when it comes to houses, it could be a car. Now we're trying to see what to do with these Sajdah coins, but go ahead, Sister Wendy.
Yes. Because I'm listening to you speak, and you're talking about a cause, talking about, and I do the same thing when I'm talking about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad House. People ask me, how you get all these white people here or these Hispanic, because it's not about that. I'm not even talking about any of that. The history is the history. That ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about. What are we talking about? We're talking about the fact that our history needs to be told, and that it's time for us to own and monetize our story. That it's time for us to finance the telling of our own story so that somebody else is not telling us about ourselves. So we can't get mad at the white man, the Hispanic man, the Asian people on TikTok, if they telling our story and stealing our culture when we don't value and monetize it ourselves.
That's beautiful. Now I know I'm being interviewed, but I got some questions, and I've been having them.
Yes, sir.
So, but because what you talking about, I got some questions now.
Yes, sir.
So I could have been called you. I have your number. You respond to every inbox that I've given you. I could have been asking these questions, so I want to apologize ahead of time. But now I want to get to the point.
Okay.
Because of you and your multifaceted background as well, I wanted to know what made you want to rehab the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's house.
Brother Hashim, it wasn't something that I consciously did. I honestly was something that I have been being prepared for that I didn't know I was being prepared for. And when I saw that the house was for sale, the first time I heard about it at Brother Lewis Jr.'s janazah, I remember distinctively going, oh, okay, praise be to Allah, that's good. But some months later, that was like in May, then in September, October, when I saw the house pop up on foreclosure.com, said 4847 South Woodlawn. Now my conscience is pricked. Do I just shut the laptop down and pretend like I didn't see it? And I know I can get it. What do I do? So I start getting filled with these emotions. And I have people around me going, you better get the house. Somebody gonna get it. We start making phone calls and finding out that these people were seriously about to auction this house off. The time frame was short. But to be honest with you, it was like Allah was like, go. Now, this is what you've been being prepared for. I had a vision of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that appeared. He appeared before me. He didn't smile, Brother Hashim. He wasn't like, oh, daughter. It was nothing like that. He was looking at me like with a sense of urgency and like, you better go do what I told you to do.
So now, just to be clear, I know we're talking about the actual house that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad dwelled in, walked in, lived in. And it was up for foreclosure. Yeah, keep going. That's heavy within itself.
Yes, sir. So, and ever since, and I was hesitant to do it, Brother Hashim, because I knew my life was getting ready to change. I knew I had to kind of give up who I thought I was at the time, because I could just feel how powerful the forces were. And I had to learn how to manage those forces. So when it's telling me, go do this or go do that, I had something else planned.
I believe in all that.
I was on my way to Africa to build a house. I was literally on my way. And I guess he just said, no, you're not getting ready to do that. That's not what's getting ready to happen. And so every step of the way, Allah has been very strong in the questions and the things that he's telling me to do, not the questions, the instructions, I should say. And even in speaking with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, it's like he just fell right into that and just started with the guidance, giving me guidance that I didn't even know I needed, and saying things that sometimes at the time don't make any sense. I'm listening and I'm tucking it away because I know if he's saying it, I'm going to need it. So I saw him that Monday, Brother Hashim, following Savior's Day, and he said, I want this house done this year.
Ooh, wait.
So this is what I said to myself. Then I know it's done, because if he says he wanted, then I know Allah gonna make sure it's happening. And I was like, me too, Brother Minister. Me too. So that's when I called you and I said, wait a minute. I said, the number one salesperson in the nation is my brother. What am I doing? And I had created this position called an experience rep, because like you just said, you're selling an experience. And so this team knows that what we're doing is we're sharing the experience of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So we're like mini versions of the museum. So the museum is sharing the experience of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's a living museum. It's not a dead person's museum.
Got you.
Well, we don't represent a living person the way we do a dead person. So when you go there, it's the experience. You're going there to feel him and experience him and know him. And in ourselves as experience reps, we should be representing that experience. And that's how we're getting the funding for the house.
I get it.
We don't ask people for something that we don't give them anything in return. We have these coins that I made out of the copper from the house. We got about 1,000 of these left. We sell all 1,000 of these and we got to do it quickly. I was explaining to the experience reps, and this is your
interview. Can you hold that up again while you're talking a little bit?
Yes, sir. I was explaining to the experience reps the other day.
Thank you.
That it's a blessing when we sell 1 or 2 coins a week. It's really a blessing, because as you can imagine, it costs a lot of money to maintain a home like that. It ain't just sitting there looking pretty because it don't cost, with it doing nothing, we talking $2,000 to $3,000 a month with it just sitting there. So that's cool. But what we got to do is we got to sell these quickly and in bulk so that we can start finishing the last 10 to 15% of the house. So we can say, okay, Mr. Electrician, here go your 15. Mr. Plumber, here go your 9,000. The final little things. It's a $5 million. I'm about $5.5 million project. I'm $4.3 million in.
Whoa.
So we're not sparing any expense for the messenger's home. And so it's all about sharing that experience. So during Savior's Day, we were blessed. We were able to share that experience with about 300 people. We turned away a lot of people. We had about 250 adults and 50 or so children, 12 and under.
What you mean you turned away?
We couldn't accommodate them. It was too many people.
What? And seeing the museum and seeing it?
Yes.
I got a question. Is there anything original, not on the house, but material items that he had in the house, or is just
not yet?
Okay.
Not yet.
The framework of the house is, but I'm talking about like items and stuff. Okay, I got you.
Not yet. No, we're working on that, Brother Hashim. And one of the things that we've been working through with people is that just like Jesus, just like Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, there's always ideological differences about who they are. Who is Jesus? Who is Prophet Muhammad? Peace be upon him. Who is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad? And for us, a lot of times as Black people, We get caught up in those ideological differences. Well, I got some stuff, but I don't want to give it to her because she believes that he's the messenger of Allah. And I don't believe that. And so you know what I say to him, Brother Hashim? That white person that you gave that box of stuff to that was supposed to put it in the African American Museum, but it's in the basement somewhere. You didn't ask them how they felt about Master Fard Muhammad. You didn't trip on them because they don't know nothing about Master Fard Muhammad. I'm telling you, Allah came to us in the person of Master Fard Muhammad. You don't believe it, so you don't want to give me the stuff. But you didn't ask that white man or that black person that came and got that box from you at the such and such Islamic museum. And now you don't even see it displayed.
Whoa.
So we have to unite people around our love for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and around the greatness and the accomplishments of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And around his connection to his star student. See, the minister said that Allah came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad. He came wearing two hats. Mm-hmm. One was his own hat, which you don't see. Mm-hmm. And the other two hats, the one that he wears, of course, and the one that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wears, that govern us. And so without that triad of men, of divine beings, then the Elijah Muhammad that we know and love is different from that historical Elijah. So
it's a no-brainer to me. It's a no-brainer.
I already know it is to you, but I want to break that down for the audience because were it not for the coming of Master Fard Muhammad, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Without the obedience of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we wouldn't be having this conversation. And without the rebuilding and the love of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan for the two, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Man, we could keep going. We can even say, hey, listen, if the Nation of Islam had not come, Master Fard Muhammad had not have come, we seeing glimpses of lynchings today. You see what happened in Jackson, Mississippi with the dismembered body. We seeing glimpses of, we still hearing lynches in Mississippi. They still doing, racism is at an all-time high. But if Master Fard Muhammad had not have come, and we might have been back in slavery by now. I'm talking about chattel slavery, right back to it.
I believe that.
So you can't discount. I tell people all the time when I'm selling the Final Call newspaper, distributing the word of God in the Final Call newspaper. I tell them all the time, hey, listen, that language you're speaking is not yours. Have you ever been to England? But you speak in English. Now, if I speak to a Hispanic person, they know how to speak Spanish, and they learn to speak English as a second language. All you know is English, and you ain't never been to England. So whose are you really? And so these things right here help me to dispel certain debates. I have so much fun. Most people have problems with our brothers in the Hebrew Israelite community. I dance on them. Hey, listen, listen, ain't nothing in your car made by no Hebrew Israelite. 85% of your money go to Koreans, Arabs, and Caucasian. So I'm talking about the resurrection of our people, all black people. And it's just certain things that I say. So we talking about the salesman in me. They tell you in sales to study the product. That's like a no-brainer. But even knowing the product, what's gonna make somebody say yes to what you have? What's gonna make somebody say, I will give you my hard-earned money for it? So it's another step after knowing the product, and it's definitely connecting with that person. Once I connect, now I can talk about the cause. And anything that I have, and I'm not boasting, anything that I have, they're going to be in the valley of decision. Now, another thing that I teach is either a seed or a sale. It's either a seed or a sale. So I plant the seed. The minister said his job is just to deliver a clear message. As a salesman, my job is just to deliver a clear message. And if I've delivered a clear message, whether somebody says yes today or tomorrow, that makes me no difference. The seed is still growing down. And every time I done had people tell me no for months. And yes, it turns into a yes. Because that seed was still growing. I kept watering it every time I seen them. And so we know about the traditional ways of sales, the follow-up, and all that's fine and dandy. But if you done planted that seed, you have sold that person. And so
That's what makes us emerging market leaders that people need to invest in and do business in. Because we come with a certain level of service, certain integrity and morality.
Service, that's the word.
And a certain experience that people have never had. At the end of the day, you know how they say Islam comes after all else fails? We are the people that come after all else have failed, because when you go and hire somebody else, you got to worry about certain things. It's certain things with those of us that you don't have to worry about. So that's what makes us industry disruptors. That's what makes us emerging new market leaders. That is what makes the bottom rail that is rising to the top.
Yes,
we just got to work through our insecurities and work through our fears. And at the end of the day, we have to understand, Brother Hashim, that all of our religions have been hijacked.
When you get through talking, that's right.
When you get through talking, Abraham was black. Moses was black.
Come on now.
Jesus was black. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was black. Okay? Buddha was black. The Bhagavad Gita was black. These is black people. And religion was the rule of the land. There wasn't no other standards. There wasn't no government regulations. It was whatever religion they practiced at the time in their communities. You could call it African for now, for lack of but in their black communities. And then they were hijacked. And then once the religion was hijacked, now we got a whole new standard of being that is unraveling and falling apart. So it's imperative for us to hurry up and start telling our history. That's why I drew the through line between you and your sons and to their children, because knowing that is going to give them more power. It's going to empower them, knowing what you overcame. It's important that you document, Brother Hashim, your history, so that your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren can say, this was my pawpaw. And this is why my head's shaped like this.
Kadir Show got my head, boy.
Kadir Show got your head.
He sure got it. Now, I got to ask you, speaking of my son, has anyone ever did not a jingle, but a song on the sides of the house? Like
no, I would. So we have a couple songs that Brother Rasul did for me, but I want a rap. I want like a whole rap compilation.
Oh, now you see. I was thinking song, but that compilation.
No. I want a mixtape.
Compilation.
I want a mixtape.
That's it. I heard you, duly noted. Okay.
You heard it, right?
I heard you.
All right, that's it. That's it. That's all. All right, Brother Hashim. Listen, I enjoyed talking to you today. Yes, I'm so proud of you. I'm grateful for the work. Thank you, sir. Yes. Grateful for the work that you're doing and continuing to do. And it just refreshes my heart to see you out there doing what you're doing. I see your smile. I see you out there selling. And I can't wait till you making thousands of dollars selling this sales technique.
I received that, man.
You received it? We're going to have to work on that. And I'll reach out to you early next week so we can get you on board, so we can get this house finished. Because the minister said, I want this house finished this year.
What are you talking about, 2023?
Yeah, and this was last week when he said it.
And when he called you to the Rousham, when was that?
That was 2022, September 2022.
And do you remember the conversation then? What he was saying to you over the Rousham?
Yes.
And then just recently, he said he wanted this house finished in 2023.
So we got to reverse engineer that. I'll say this before we go. We got about 6 months worth of work to do. So, which means we got to get the money up and get started, because it's going to take us 6 months if we want to open it. If we can make our goal the messenger's birth anniversary.
What? October 7th? Yes, man. Now I got that DMX pressure on me right now. Okay, October 7th.
I'm just trying to share the pressure. He says share the reward.
Yes, man.
I'm sharing the pressure your sister been under for 52 months now. It'll be 53 at the end of this month.
Okay, I need my tutorial, my orientation class. I need all that.
Okay, we're going to talk Tuesday. You got FOI class on Monday, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you, Brother Hashim.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam, man.
All right, y'all. You tuned into the Mind of an Entrepreneur show. I didn't even get to us in the chat today, but that's okay. I see people. I see Sandra D saying things. Sister Lisa said there's nothing impossible. I see Sandra D said excellent. Brother Ant he said get that paper. Great interview. Lots of great feedback here in the chat. Thank you all. Make sure you go out, get your commemorative Elijah coin. Thank you all for buying these. Let's focus on these are the membership coins. And if you were around during Savior's Day, you know that membership has its privileges, because let me tell you what my business model is. I'm going to super serve those who support us. I'm going to be like Tyler Perry, right? Tyler Perry ain't worried about you if you don't like Medea, if you don't want to be around Medea. He is going to serve the people who love Medea and love his work. And I think that's a great business model. So we're going to spoil you with these memberships to the Sajdah House. You're going to get one when you purchase this commemorative Elijah coin, and the back here will become your membership number. We're going to spoil you with lots of beautiful Honorable Elijah Muhammad experiences so that you are constantly connected into a vibration that lines you directly up with your inheritance. So peace and blessings, family. I love you all very much. And thank you. Tune in on Saturday to the Sajdah Saturday morning coffee talk. Okay. And we're going to, I'm going to talk about just winning. We're going to have a whole conversation about the mindset of a winner. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings. Love you all.